Welcome, everyone. This is gonna be the worst podcast. We have to set the bar low. Kasi, kasi kapag mag-expect ka ng masyadong mataas, you'll just get disappointed.
And we're not even sure kung meron manonood dito.
We don't even know if meron. It could just be me or maybe an editor that I
hired. I'll give it some time.
Yeah, siguro
like a minute and then
a minute. Tapos meron na, dadami na sila.
And then I'll watch someone eating a burger and fries.
Wait, pwede natin gawin yun.
My name is Jeremy.
And my name is Simon, or PoliGoat in this channel, as you see. PoliGoat 11, by the way, on TikTok. Kamusta ba, Jer? Kamusta ba, Biggs? What's up with you recently?
I actually just came from the grocery.
Mm-hmm. What did you pick up?
Buy some things. I had to buy some ingredients for my business because I make cookies and some pastries, and eventually some savory food as well, like sandwiches, pasta. Alam mo, lapit mo lang, I'll send some food to you. So,
yeah, actually. Oo nga. And
because you're like a million miles away. Ano ba title nun? Di ba 1,000 miles?
1,000 miles. I'm not 1,000 miles away naman. I'm just like 32 kilometers away from...
Hindi, I was referring to...
Ay, hindi pa.
Yung ants. They travel from here to there.
Huh?
Labo.
Labo. Okay, so anyway, guys, if you had the tolerance and endurance to watch us so far, you see now what kind of garbage humor yung meron namin. But di naman toilet.
Recyclable naman.
Recyclable. So eco-friendly. We have eco-friendly humor here. So yeah.
We don't kill turtles naman. So.
No, we just put the straw in their noses to help them breathe.
Di naman tayo plastic eh.
Hindi tayo plastic. Yeah. We are flesh and bone, but most of it is fat actually. But I am trying to lose weight. Ewan ko lang if you've noticed, Jer, pero I actually lost about 6 pounds.
Talaga?
Since
in
the height of the pandemic.
How long?
Ever
since the start of pandemic?
No, I gained. It went up during pandemic and went down. So I'm back to my pre-pandemic weight.
Pero never ka naman naging like super fat.
Yeah,
as far as I can remember.
Like, do we mention the name? Like, the joke. they might be watching
like
us.
Me?
Oh, sige.
Give me. Sino?
May mga kilala ako na like lumaki.
Super dami actually.
Oh yeah, during the pandemic. But it's not about them. We're gonna.
Yeah.
This podcast
is
about
talk about them next time.
We're gonna have to end the record button now. Pero it's funny lang. You know what the cool thing about this intimate podcast na sisimulan natin is na if kilala nyo kami, if you know me as Bart, and if you know Jeremy as Kuya Jeremy from church, it's just cool kasi it's like parang you're just like listening to us lang as if parang
we're just like having a conversation.
Yeah, but if you're a first time listener through PoliGoat Language, PoliGoat 11 channel, or
who the hell we are.
Yeah, you don't know who the heck we are. And then okay lang kasi you know what, you will be in the jokes in the future. But for now, just understand kasi that we're coming from a past. And Jeremy and I or
not that kind of a past. Baka naman they interpret it wrong. Basta we've been friends for how long ba? When I don't care. It's been a long time.
So okay, so we've been friends long enough for that to be said na parang
siguro
it's fine.
Like 2008, 2009.
Yeah, not 2008, so it's been more than a year. It's been more
maybe
than
2007.
Basically, like to keep this in mind, for those who known Jeremy siguro when he started his thing in Las Piñas, I've known Jeremy nung payat pa siya when he was still thin. So that was long ago.
That was light years ago.
That was you were featherweight. You were featherweight.
The lightest I've been that I can remember, I was siguro 170. Not teenager na yun.
170.
And that was,
I don't know how much that is in kilos.
I'll calculate. Who cares about kilos? We don't talk about kilos.
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 Yeah,
wait,
I haven't seen.
170. Do I divide that by
like
2.2?
50 something kilos.
77. Oh nga no. That's actually closer to my ideal weight. I'm like dapat 75
that should be
yata
my
ako.
weight then. 160 to 170. Pero I was around high school and someone would still even call me fat in time. So what more now, diba?
Chubby, I guess, or ano. Pero ako like, anyway, let's stop talking about our insecurities.
We're not insecure. Baka mamaya, ikaw na
actually, baka ako lang. I'm just projecting. Ako, I don't like my weight.
Basta healthy na lang. Let's just be healthy.
Ako, I don't like my weight. But anyway,
you gotta like yourself.
You just gotta love yourself, you know. You gotta work with what you have. Kaya, ako binawi ko na lang with other things eh. Like, I learned languages. Kasi hindi na ako tatangkad, you know. So pinabuti ko na lang in other things.
That would be a nice topic if you could have the chance to choose how high or how tall you can be. What would your height be?
I would be siguro, I don't know. I'd be 6 foot flat.
That's the max siguro for me. Parang siguro I'm okay nasa 5'10" to 5'11".
Upper body, I have the upper body of a person who could be 5'10" or 6 foot, but it's just I inherited really short legs from my mom's side. So
your dad's tall nga naman. Your brother's tall, nga.
Yeah.
Actually, my dad's side, si Papa na yung hindi naging matangkad. Sad. Pero my uncle's like 5'10", my cousin's 6'1". My lolo sa dad's side was like 5'9", something like that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
sayang. But it's alright. I got the looks. We got the looks. That's what's important.
You got the looks. Do you want to tell some stories of that? Pero you seem to attract the wrong one eh. The wrong people eh. Tama ba? Let's not talk about that. Let's bring that to another episode. Kung gusto na. So, we have some topics today, and also some, kasi medyo organized tayo. In fact, I have a blue piece of paper.
Congratulations.
I'm literate, and I know how to write things down. So, this is actually a second take of the first episode. But,
don't let them know that.
Nga pala. Pero, yeah, there's a secret episode available sa Patreon natin in the future. This is
for only 1,000 pesos.
For only, I don't know. We don't even know kung ano what will happen, but who knows how far this will reach. But the thing is, the key to, like, for us popping off lang, I think will just be about consistency. Like, even because a lot of people do really poorly, but I guess if they're just consistent,
actually, speaking of consistency and creating content, last night, I mean, I'm free to share this story naman, diba?
Yeah.
Or you want to get into
what
you want to talk about?
Sige lang. Tangents are cool.
This will be quick lang naman. Pero baka it can, encourage those who would watch or listen to it.
Yeah, we can. This also is a motivational podcast too.
So get up and go to bed.
Do it!
Get
up, go to bed.
Do it. Hindi, so, parang, ano ba tawag dito? I'm a fan of basketball, NBA. And then there's this player, his name is Bart Simon. He's Australian by birth. He was born in Australia.
Australian by day, tapos New Zealander by night.
But anyway, long story short, he documented yung I don't know if you're aware, yung 2020, and then yung NBA sa bubble. They called it the bubble.
The bubble?
Sa Disney World. Basta they were all
isolated
in this sa Disney World. So,
wow, okay. What a good place to be isolated in.
Pero marami sa na board. But anyway, long story short.
I mean, yeah.
So he documented it. Tapos, ang galing. Actually, he knows how, he's very, he wants to create content talaga. Kanyang idol, or the person he looks up to sa mga ganyan. I don't know if you know his name. Casey Neistat. Yeah, that guy.
The guy with a big nose.
Oh, with a big nose.
Yeah.
So I looked at his profile. And then yung nakapin doon na, it's parang, yung video niya is, something don't, parang gano'n. Basta the idea is, parang, don't let people just parang stop you or because they say this,
I
ganyan.
see.
And so, may isa doon, kasi you're speaking of consistency, and then there was a portion of that na sabi niya, this person, she just parang pinakita yung clip na, this is my first video, and then yung next clip, sabi ni Casey na, and then from this, and then you'll be, from this to interviewing the president, and then yung next clip was she was interviewing si Obama. So, ano ba yun? What creating content can do. And
yeah, you know what? I think is the key to this lang. I mean, if Casey Neistat can have that, PoliGoat Simon can say, you just have to be content with your content.
Wow. And consistent with your content.
Consistent content. I don't know why I have to wait every
content
time.
Is
the key
the
to
patent.
To being content. Consistent content is key to contentment. Na joke lang. Ganun ba yun?
Yeah,
basta,
consistency.
I think it's keeping
in anything naman.
Yeah, and I think it's just about, not expecting so much and then being discouraged by not getting there. I think it's about also na parang if you're just doing just this, even if the only person, exactly, like, to have fun. Even if the person who's only gonna listen is ikaw lang and ako, I mean, okay,
I'm not even gonna listen to this.
You're not even gonna share. Hindi mo ilalike. Ilalike mo lang yung comment ng mga tao.
So you share it. Of course. Even instead of me giving a message sa online service namin, watch our podcast.
Oh yeah, ganun, politicize mo. Just use the pulpit for that, no?
So wrong.
Tapos there's like a give, tapos sabihin mo pa na pero it does happen though in like really bad, I can say this, in really bad churches. There are times when they would invite an itinerant speaker or basically a traveling preacher, and then he would take up the entire service to just talk about how good his book is.
If there's even a pastor that would tell his
congregation, I don't want to call that a pastor. Yeah, we need a plane, no?
He needs a plane, so you gotta donate.
More like he needs to live plainly, if you know what I mean. But anyway.
Yeah. Tama. Alam mo, naalala ko lang, speaking of parang enjoying this and liking what you do, sabi nga nila, there's this saying na parang, find something na parang you really love to do, na it's as if you're not working.
Yeah. Like I think, like if your work is your passion, you will never.
Yeah,
if
you'll
your
never
job
work
is your
for
passion,
a single day.
If your job is your passion, you will never work for a single day in your life. So that's, I guess, true for some people in.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to everyone.
Who are like gamers, Twitch streamers. But to be honest, even for them who are like the kids look up to when I grow up, I wanna be like Ninja. If you know si Ninja, Fortnite streamer siya. Or I wanna be like Dream. Si Dream is a millionaire in Minecraft.
I don't play games. So sorry.
Pero like there are people who wanna become like streamers, YouTubers, but if I like kasi I follow some of these streamers din, and to be honest, a lot of them get burnt out din eh. Kasi I feel like talaga it really is a curse na ginawang that working.
Bakit? Kasi they have to continue.
No, I mean like working in general has become a curse to humanity. I mean ever since the fall of man. Yeah. Sorry, I'm being theological here, pero even I don't believe that's true 100% of the time yung parang it becomes your passion. Kasi even if I like teaching French, nakapagod din.
Of course,
nakapagod din.
For sure. Oh.
Yeah.
Kasi you're exerting effort.
Yeah,
Tapos,
naman.
And then you'll encounter people pa na, not super in line with what you're doing.
Yeah, parang napilitan lang mag-aral.
Or they don't meet the expectations. So,
yeah. Pero actually, okay lang sa akin kasi they pay me naman in advance. Anyway, let's move on to
you're compensated well, so.
Yeah, I'm compensated and I'm content. So, what it's like, by the way, if some of my students are watching, love you guys so much. Keep being my students. But it doesn't matter. If you're already my student, that means you've already compensated.
Speaking about your students, if you guys haven't tried, if you want cookies, just let me know.
Wow. If you guys want cookies, buy it from somewhere else.
Wow!
Sige, go ahead. Sige, you wanna plug, You wanna plug?
Next time.
But anyway, so what do we have for today? We have what it's like being bilingual. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, listeners and dear viewers here.
I don't wanna endorse naman my friend.
So for the audio listeners, Jeremy's background just changed to the logo of his company. By the way, he sells cookies,
pastries, comfort food.
I don't know how Okay, I guess I can say I was a bit comforted with what you gave me.
That was a long time ago.
What do you mean? It was last week.
Oh, nga pala. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, so you can change your background. It's okay.
That's okay.
Mine kasi I'm still in bikini bottom. If you guys can see, for our audio listeners out there. So we've been speaking in Tagalog and in English all this time, and I just wanna talk about that because a lot of us overlook that. The fact that Filipinos like Jer and myself are both Filipinos, and we are both bilingual, at least bilingual. I speak a bit more, but we're at least bilingual, and so are the other 100 million people who live in this 100 million plus people who live in this country.
Are we already at 100 million?
Yeah,
Last time I checked, we're like 90 something.
Oh, that's a long time ago. Maybe when you were in college. Because I think it's 110. I checked Google for the population of the Earth, of the Philippines during the pandemic, and it's like 110-ish, like taken back in 2019.
If we get all that 110 to subscribe,
imagine mo, no? If
and they just give 1 peso every.
That's called a cult. If you guys have heard of
that's called support.
Ganun ba tayo? No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna ask money from you yet.
We don't ask.
We don't ask. We
beg.
We beg and we ask for subscriptions and pay. No, I'm just kidding. Pero by the way, guys, please subscribe if you guys want.
Oh yeah.
I highly encourage you though. I'm not gonna say if you guys want. I'm gonna take that back. Subscribe. All right. Now, what's it like?
This video.
And like it. You have to like it. Now, I'm not talking about you liking it, but like pressing the button, because a lot of people say that they like something, but how do you quantify that? We need to see the results, ladies and gentlemen. We have to see the number go up. We have to see the thumbs up. The number goes up. Okay.
Back it up with action.
Yeah, you have to back it up with action. You can't just say that you like something. All right. So you have to back it up by actually doing something. Now, what's it like? Though, speaking of likes, what's it like being bilingual? A lot of people in the world actually are mainly
Can you say
monolingual.
You're bilingual even if you're not that fluent?
Okay. That's a good question though. I think you're asking na parang what makes a person fluent in two languages.
Or can you say, let's say for example, a normal, not to knock on someone, but a normal tricycle driver who can speak, where are you from? Some
like they can say very good, very good.
Yeah. I mean, they can communicate.
Or like delicious, delicious.
That's too much. I mean, they can communicate, diba? And,
yeah.
But their English is not as good as those who are more educated. Siguro.
Mm-hmm.
Or can you call them bilingual if they can speak Tagalog?
Yeah, I think that's always a thing between linguists. I don't call myself a linguist though, kasi for guys who don't know, I don't even have a degree yet. But because I just chose to work. But anyway, the thing about being fluent though is that, or being able to speak, what does it mean to speak a language? If a person says mabuhay, they're not speaking Filipino. They're not speaking Tagalog, because we don't even say that. That's like a Tagalogism of Viva, by the way, and Long Live, which is very old na. Pero
that's
okay. Well, I just want to get out of
Viva is Spanish.
I want to get this out of the way. Like sa Tagalog, kailan tayo nagsasabi ng mabuhay? Never. Saan mo naririnig yung mabuhay?
Yeah, pag may foreigner lang. Mabuhay Philippines. Like, we don't say
It's
mabuhay.
Philippine Airlines though.
Oh,
I think naging
Yeah,
Philippine
but,
Airlines din yun.
and who came up with that, diba? That person should be put in prison.
I'm pretty sure whoever came up with that is already dead. Kasi I feel like that's like, I feel like ito yung, I think I can project my imagination to the past and imagine that it's like a Spanish person who wants to speak in Tagalog. Tapos, he was trying to say, paano ka, como yo digo, viva in Tagalog? In Tagalog pala, kasi walang G in Spanish. I mean, yung dulo ng Tagalog. How do I say viva in Tagalog?
Viva means what?
Mabuhay, like live. Literally, it means,
Okay.
like it's a command. Live.
Yeah.
So, naisip nila, mabuhay. Kasi, mabuhay, to live, mabuhay is an intransitive verb na parang ayoko nang mabuhay, diba? Or, mabubuhay ako, mabuhay muli, or ganun. Pero, yeah, it's weird though.
I remember I had a professor back in college. If he would see someone, sabi niya, buhay ka pa? And it's not to, well, he explained it, sabi niya, it's not to put the person down, but actually, sabi niya, from his point of view, it's to remind the person na, oy, buhay pa ako.
I guess we can start with the pros and the cons of being bilingual. Let's imagine that we have someone with us from the States. From, I don't know, Florida. Never spoke any language aside from American. I only speak American. And they don't know what it's like to be fluent in one other language. Right? I mean, he has a friend named Juan who cleans his... who speaks Espanol. But he didn't, but this guy never bothered to learn Espanol. How would you say na parang, it's so cool to be bilingual because, and then fill in the blank?
Alam mo, siguro from my own experience, not from the example that you're presenting right now. I remember your mom, and then she was talking to someone.
Shout out to my mom, by the way. Hi, mom.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch this, tita, you're a great example. So,
she probably won't. Pero sige.
She probably what? She
probably won't.
Pero nakakatawa kasi, I was watching them from behind, like a creep.
Like a creep.
But I was like I said, nandun ako sa area, so nakikita ko sila.
Wait, when and where was this?
In church. It was a long time ago.
Okay.
Una, they were speaking in English. And then naging Tagalog, and then naging Bisaya. Parang sabi ko, parang that's so cool. Diba? You can speak in 3 different languages. So, parang siguro the benefit of it is talaga, it's culture din eh. And you would be able to understand more people. You would be able to connect to more people. So, going to your example, I can connect with that American guy who only speaks English. I may not be as fluent as he is. I mean, some of the culture, like right now, diba? I don't know if you know yung mga Gen Z. Well, actually, hindi siya Gen Z lang eh, pero yung medyo Black American slang.
There's a term for that actually in linguistics. It's called Ebonics.
Alright. At least
I don't know if that's racist. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter because I'm technically colored because I'm a Southeast Asian, so you can't cancel me.
It's Ebonics kasi the word
Ebony.
Oh, sorry,
Ebony.
I was thinking of ivory. Sorry.
That's the opposite. Ebony
that's the opposite.
and ivory.
Kaya I was like, huh? Okay. Thanks for clarifying.
Ebony is like a black wood from Africa also. Anyway.
I see.
As you were saying.
So anyway, yung kunyari, like, no cap.
No
familiar
cap.
with that? No cap.
Throw shade.
So anyway, I mean, there may be some differences. Kasi syempre, culture and everything like that. But at least I can relate to him in even most basic way, diba? I can communicate to him. So that's the beauty of being, if you term it bilingual. And then, you can also speak to your in your native tongue.
Yeah, you can switch. If I think for me, the cool thing about that is you could speak something in secret. Like if you want to switch. Yeah,
yan.
parang
if you're with Americans, bigla nagtatagalog ka, they'll be like, "Can they do it? Gonna kill us?" Siguro, di ba?
Like parang naalala ko yung
suddenly speak in Tagalog, parang
sigurado ba dyan? Parang ganyan, parang di naman niya alam eh.
I think it's the same thing when we're like with Korean siguro or with Japanese.
Yeah. The cool big thing about Koreans though in Japanese, most of the population, I guess especially in Japan, is they learn English for like a little bit, pero they're mainly just monolingual and mainly Japanese. It's not like, kasi I can consider the Philippines as a bilingual country because of the fact na actually I can even say na trilingual kasi Spanish, pero the thing is kasi it's different na the way Spanish has been hammered into us na parang we can't even say to like something without speaking Spanish. Gusto, like Spanish. But
is that Spanish?
Yeah, that's Spanish. Like I would say, if I like something, I'd say it would be worded differently in Spanish for the grammar. Though I say me gusta tus.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And most of our words are already.
Yeah. But the Philippines is like mainly talaga made of bilinguals. Kasi like look at this. I don't know if you guys have mentioned this before. Or maybe if you have, I think I mentioned it in our secret episode, na if lalabas ka, if you go out, and then you look around you at the except for the election posters, let's not mind those now. Yung mga advertisements, everything is in English. Yeah, everything is in English. But then if you talk to someone, they would speak in Tagalog or in a mixture of Tagalog and English.
Kasi siguro yes, go ahead.
Like I don't think that's a phenomenon that I've seen. Well, I haven't been to a lot of countries, pero isn't that a weird phenomenon? If that's a phenomenon in your country, comment down below.
Yeah, but actually, you made a good point kasi first thing I want to say is that siguro kasi parang we think if you speak in English you're smart.
Yeah, I think there's an elitism then as well.
Pero speaking of in other countries, I haven't been to a lot of countries naman din. And the countries that I've been to medyo westernized din naman. But yeah, in Japan, I was in Japan. Their billboards were in Japanese.
Yeah.
And then I was watching the news recently yung sa Ukraine. And then so they were showing shots of what's
the city,
the mess that's happening there in the city.
By the way, guys,
I saw some billboards.
Prayers go out to Ukraine.
Yeah, for sure. But then, speaking of billboards, nakita ko yung billboards na were in their
Ukrainian.
Yeah, I don't know what their language is. So
Ukrainian or Russian. It's like a mixture. Dependent kung saan.
Pero yung letters were very
Cyrillic. Foreign. Yeah, it wasn't in the Latin alphabet. Pero I think even if it's not, kasi even in Tagalog now, because of baybay and how it died away because of dried up banana leaves.
Wala akong alam ni isa dun sa baybay.
Ako, I know how to say, alam mo yung K kasi yun yung pinaka-common na letter, diba? Yung K na para siyang never mind.
I know nothing of it.
Kapag nakita mo, you will know na yung K. Pero anyway,
I doubt it.
Even if in Tagalog now we use Latin letters because it was imposed to our backs by the Spanish. Imposed on our backs sa ating mga Indio, by the way, I'm not hating on the Spanish. I actually feel like I have, kasi my lola told me that meron pala kaming konting Spanish.
Most likely. Of course.
Kasi kaya maputi ako and
puti ka. Kami din meron.
Yeah.
Apelido ko pa nga lang
Sanchez, you're a drug dealer.
I remember that we were in a party. My uncle's 70th yata during that time. Kasi isa niyang kabarkada, sabi niya, he looked at me, sabi niya, "You look Mexican, ha?" Kasi I had the mustache.
Look, may Mexican. Tapos magpolo ka pa ng parang Escobar.
Mariachi band.
That's kind of racist, the joke. By the way, shout out to our Mexican listeners if we have any. We are practically,
we love your food.
We love your food and
actually, alam mo, yung food nila very adulterated, very American. The Mexican food that we
No, I think
very
when we think of Mexican food, we think of Americanized Mexican food.
Yun nga.
Yeah.
And that's what's pretty much known worldwide.
Yeah,
it's Mexican food.
But it's not like real Mexican food.
It's not real Mexican
food.
There's a lot of things that they don't use.
Like
it's Taco Bell's, it's Taco Bell's fault.
Like the hard taco, I don't think that's a thing din sa kanila eh. And they eat the quesadilla separately talaga doon sa like kinakanin nila and they eat it with their hands. And it's not like kinakain nila ng parang hotdog sandwich. I don't know about that, but please confirm if you're Mexican in the comments below, or for audio listeners, you can just speak it into the air and I will try to hear it. But by the way, shout out to our Mexicans because Manny Pacquiao fought his way to the top, and it wouldn't have been possible without your.
That's how we are connected.
Yeah, that's how we're connected. And also, of course, with the years and years of slavery under the Spanish rule. And by the way, if you look at pictures of rural Mexico and pictures of rural
we're pretty much the same.
It's pretty much the same. Like honestly, it looks so much the same. And we have so much words in common then, like cerveza. You say cerveza. We also say cerveza the way.
Say cerveza.
We
say
change
the V to B.
Yeah. But one thing though is that we have in common is that we're both of the population is brown. I just noticed na parang I don't know if it's like it's probably because the fact that we're all humans and technically we're all of the same race. But it's something about siguro how I don't know. I just noticed that parang if a Mexican sees a Filipino, they would think that they're Mexican. If tayo, we would look at the Mexican, we would think that they're Filipino. Parang merong Tagalog we would call lukso.
Not all naman.
Yeah, I guess may mga iba na matatamas ng ilong and stuff.
More applicable sa mga Indonesians. We super look alike.
Yeah, we super connect kapag makakita ng Indonesians.
We super look alike.
I feel like we would be Indonesians if the Spanish did not conquer us.
Most likely.
It's just literally the same group of islands. But sorry for the mga nationalists na mga Pilipino dyan would be like, oh, actually we had na the kingdom of Tondo and the Sultanate of ano. Pero whatever, man. We're a melting pot. Pero did you know that if you say sayang in Indonesia and in Malaysia and Singapore, sabi mo sayang, it means the exact same thing dito.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're not just entertained, you learn something.
Yeah, you learn something every day. Bigger brain, bigger gains.
So you just go to Indonesia, you just keep saying sayang.
And nasi, by the way, is rice. And also wait, tama ba? Wait.
Nasi lemak. I think so. Kasi nasi lemak is a dish with rice.
We say bigas and kanin though, but in Kapampangan, which is my dad's native language, nasi is rice.
Really?
And then we have a lot of words that are in common.
Rice is rice.
Rice is rice. Quoting from Joko's dad. Rice is rice.
Rice is rice.
The word sandok. Sandok is spoon sa kanila. Tayo though, it's the big spoon.
Also,
and we say pana. Pana is the same word from there. Kasi I met an Indonesian na naging classmate ko when I studied Spanish in Instituto Cervantes. And she was like we noticed na yung spelling lang nila is pana. I think it's like pena or something with an H sa dulo. But tayo it's pana, and it's weird kasi the same concept applies that what you call the bow is pana, but what you call the arrow is also pana. So please confirm lang, Indonesians, my brother.
I like that you said that the H sa kanila is at the end, so you can really pronounce it, or at least it makes meron siyang
emphasis
factor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pero tayo we like to put the H in where it shouldn't belong.
Like Jennifer.
Like Jennifer. J-H. Jennifer. I mean, sorry if that's
sorry
your
if you have that name, but
if you have that kind
I just noticed yung mga ganun lang din
name.
na parang those are the
sorry.
names that I usually see sa mga jeep. Probably because they're common names. I think it became a trend lang talaga.
Bakit kaya no? Siguro they thought it was cool. Like, Let's put an H there. Where it doesn't belong.
Bart. I will be Shymon. Parang Pokemon. Or did you Shymon? Simhon. But anyway, ito, transitioning naman. What about the cons of being bilingual? What's the cons? Like, what's the disadvantages?
Siguro dito sa atin, going back sa sinabi ko na we think na when you speak English, you're speaking that you're smart or something like that. So, may mga tao na if you speak English, or especially to those who are trying, and kudos to those people. Kasi they really want to learn. And maybe for some of them, kasi it's part of their job. Binabash naman sila, wow, English. Oh no! So,
yeah.
So I think that's one negative thing about it. Pero at the same time, you would know who really is somehow fluent in the language compared to someone who's really forcing something.
Yeah.
Parang sa Miss Universe, di ba? We've had some contestants.
We've had someone who got, sino ba yan?
Melanie Marquez.
Yeah, I know, hindi siya nanalo, di ba?
I don't know if sadya yun.
It could have, what if it could have been all this time, no? Sinabi lang yan para mag-draw ng attention sa kanya.
Di ba, even our very own Miriam Kimba, she was asked, how many islands does the Philippines have? Do you know that? Tapos she asked,
I don't know.
Tapos she asked something is it high tide or low tide? That was pretty witty.
I mean, that's kind of big brain kasi by the way, I'm using this term then, big brain. Hindi ko lang alam if alam. It's a Zoomer thing. Na-adapt ko lang from the internet. Kasi, nga naman. If low tide, mas marami. Smart.
You're smart. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Hindi, it means na nag-recede na yung hairline mo. Five head is another term. Pero it's a Twitch thing. It's a website thing. That is quite curious kasi you can't win if you masyadong magaling yung English mo, lolokohin ka. Parang, uy, slang.
Well, like, only by those people na siguro insecure. Pero those who are, speak the language, they won't mock you.
I think it depends. It depends on who you're talking to. Like, I feel like if you're I feel like you have to adapt then. There's a certain level of that. Kasi, I can change, like, especially if I remember when my cousins from the States visited, and then they're really like half Americans. They're my second cousins. And then, I talked to them. I really had to change my English to nasal.
So that they will understand you more.
Yeah, so it's more like I suddenly became a Midwestern American.
So it's not, I think another nice thing to point out is not just the language, but actually the accent plays a big role.
Yeah.
Parang naalala ko, I was in Singapore, I think, or some other country, and then of course, I can't. I think I was in Hong Kong yata. So yeah, some would speak English kasi it's a country that a lot of foreigners go to. If you try to talk to them, if you speak English very well, and then it's easy for you, and then it comes out quick, the words that you say, they would have a difficult time understanding.
Yeah.
But if you try to speak it slow, and then try to put on the accent that they have, it has a factor.
Kailangan mo maging barok.
Totoo yun.
Para maintindihan nila.
That's true.
Or like even dito, like parang isabihin mo, imagine mo, sasakay ka ng tricycle dito sa Binyan, or na ng pedicab dito sa Binyan. Tapos, even if yung Tagalog mo has a different accent, di ka nila maintindihan. At ito, this is an example. I don't want to dox myself, pero the name of my subdivision kasi where I live, it has the word country in it.
Tapos, so many villages that has the word
okay,
country.
Good, perfect. Kasi ang daming may country. Ang daming country. And then, if sabihin ko sa tricycle, country, then the name of the subdivision, they'll be like, huh? But if
you say country,
country, maintindihan nila. So, it's very peculiar lang. But if you say, country, ganyan, be like, huh?
Country house. Could you name it a country house?
Country.
Where, ma'am? Country homes.
Okay. Ganun.
This is a joke.
Sorry, nahiya ako.
of an American pastor. And then sabi niya, full tank. Uy! Sabi nung gas boy, nagtatagalog oh. Kasi in how he said full tank, he said full tank.
Oh, meron din kami ng actually missionary friend ng mom ko. Actually, well, missionary Ate Jereen Breidenbach. I guess I can shout her out kasi she's been a big influence.
Last name, Breidenbach.
She's German of German heritage. Pero yun nga, kasi she's a missionary here, tapos same thing, sabi niya, full tank. Bakit? Tapos tinanong siya nung kasama niya na, bakit full tank? Kasi if sabihin full tank, hindi maintindihan. So, nga naman. Pero, I think, another con of being bilingual, like what you said nga, is kapag nagkamali ka sa tinatype mo, people are so quick to find a flaw in your, like, they will cancel you kasi pangit yung grammar mo or pangit yung salita mo. And I think
I get that.
I can say that I kind of grew out of it kasi when I was a teenager, if you guys makilala ako dyan, I was
Nancy.
Yeah. Good thing ikaw
din.
I
have to admit, ako din. I remember parang Facebook memory, tapos parang just a few days ago, and then ang stinatus ko na parang the idea was, if hindi ka naman magaling ng English, okay lang kahit it was on a positive note. Parang I was encouraging them na parang huwag na ipilit, parang ganun, don't force it if you're not really good in speaking in English or in the language. You can express yourself in Tagalog rather than forcing yourself. And then I remember, I think one of my classmates in college, but this was way after college.
Nagalit.
Hindi naman siya nagalit, but she was like, sorry, ganyan. Sabi ko, hindi yan, parang,
may na hurt.
Or siguro, parang, but anyway,
I don't like yung mga ganun, na parang, you're trying to
help.
They
take it,
tapos, I guess that the problem is kasi communication is like so much, like, communication is 20% what you say and 80% how the person takes it. But, I think for me, from a language teacher's point of view, I would have to disagree sa sinabi mo. Kasi, siguro kung kapag for example, what if merong gusto talaga matuto ng English?
Yeah, no, I agree.
They have to try, diba? Like for example, if merong, like this is very common, I guess, in Japan. I don't know lang regarding which demographics, pero students in Japan who want to learn English, kasi I watched a documentary, not in Japan lang pala, like here, there are people who are in Cebu. This particular documentary was in Cebu. I think this was a Thai student or Vietnamese student who studying English dito sa Philippines. Tapos, what she did, sinamahan siya ng camera crew, is naglakad siya sa Cebu and then nag-English siya sa mga tao. So, her English was not perfect, of course, kaya nga student. Pero, it's good to see na parang, I wish lahat ng mga estudyante ko, if they have the opportunity makahanap ng someone to talk to, speak in French, practice your Spanish, makinig kayo sa mga podcast, magsulat kayo sa notebook nyo ng mga sira-sirang sentences. Kasi, this is my philosophy. If you make enough mistakes, mauubos yung mistakes mo. And then, that's how you get perfected in what you do.
Wow.
And, yeah. By the way, sorry for the audio listeners and all the other listeners. If you hear drilling, that's because my dad's a handyman.
You guys might hear
you guys might hear on my part kasi I'm an Audacity.
You're recording yourself.
Yeah.
Well, siguro if we're gonna wrap this up, I think the pros outweigh the cons.
Oh yeah,
just
absolutely.
in my opinion. And if I'm gonna take something from this is that sabi mo kanina communication. What's important is that you get the message across.
That's right.
And of course, yung pinaka-importante naman is that you both understand it and you go through it and then you take the message in a way that will help you both. So, diba?
Right. Yeah.
Did you think of something?
Hindi, may napaisip lang ako. Parang I was trying to understand yung okay, but were you trying to be motivational ba?
Well, no naman.
Okay.
I mean, diba, when you wanna communicate something.
What if one person, I know this is very sorry if you hear it.
Oh yeah, now I hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it now. Pero if you can, by the way, this is setting the bar low. This is the podcast. This is a sign that we should end na. But yeah, we're less than 1 hour podcast. Really quick lang. If you were to learn a language, just keep learning language. I mean, do it. Kasi if you could speak 1 language or 2, or if you can a 3rd language, go for it, diba? Kasi why not? The more, the merrier, and it unlocks doors. Like honestly, I could use it as a testimonial. I remember when I first studied, when I became fluent in French, as in like yung I could understand na talaga. My dreams, I could dream in French na yung mga ganun. I was at that level na, which it was. Ilalapit ko yung mic. It was embedded in my subconscious already. Tapos, what I did discover was this whole part, even on the internet lang, even on YouTube lang, this whole world of French. It's a whole new world. It literally unlocks a whole new world. Na parang, diba, imagine this, na parang there is a world of American comedy or English comedy. For example, The Office. That's not something that you can translate to Spanish or to French or to Japanese. Like The Office is a treasure of the English speaking world. But imagine this, that in other languages, they also have treasures that are uniquely their own. Diba? So, by learning that language, you can unlock something like that. Ewan ko lang if nanonood ka dyan ng The Office, pero like,
I'm familiar, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but you know, may mga ganun. Like, I'm sure there are lots of fans out there, or fans na, like audience natin dyan who know The Office. Pero they know what I mean. Na parang, or sige, let's take siguro like Friends or something less funny. Sorry, no hate on Friends, pero The Office is funnier than Friends. Actually, Seinfeld is funnier than Friends. Don't at me. You know what? Please at me so that you can follow me at PoliGoat in all social media outlets, including TikTok. But yeah, so being bilingual, big yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Means sabi nila, as long as you can learn something.
True. And
learn it.
We're always in, as long as you're alive, you should be learning.
That's true.
Yeah.
Keep on growing.
Keep on growing. The biggest room, sabi mo nga, sinare mo sa akin.
The room
The bathroom.
of Michael Jackson. It's Michael Jackson's room. The room for
the biggest room is the room for improvement. Yes, tama. And it's actually very true kasi you will never be, there's always something to learn. You'll always make mistakes, but like I guess what my philosophy is in teaching my students or motivating my students, when you make mistakes, you'll run out of mistakes eventually because you're getting better at it.
Wow.
I don't know lang if that's gonna apply in real life, pero alright, so actually dapat meron pang part 2 nito kasi I'm gonna have you guess translated songs.
Yeah, but we can put that sa part 2.
We can put that in a song. Yeah, I hope you guys like this
first episode.
The pilot.
And then, but we don't know how to fly a plane, so
yeah, neither of us know how to fly a plane. I know how to.
Why is it called the pilot? We'll talk about it.
I know. Bakit? Why is it called the pilot?
We can have that ganong episode. Like,
bakit hindi na lang panda?
Let's go first. Anyway.
Kasi panda, joke lang. Anyway.
Coordinate.
But hindi na lang tawag, stabilo.
Let's end this.
Alright, let's end this. And so, once again, this is PoliGoat Simon.
Yeah, and I'm Jeremy Biggs.
And I'll see you next episode in this unnamed podcast. We'll think of a name next episode, but we already have one in mind.
Thanks. Or if you can give us a name, why not?
You give us a name too. But yeah. And paalam. That means goodbye in Tagalog. Paalam.